All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Alaracanfieldshow, the Awaken Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to me, please do subscribe and join us every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and some other days. We never know when we're going to have a live show, but join us as we share resources, tips, techniques, support, and wonderful speakers with their wisdom and teachings who are here to support you to raise your vibration, expand your consciousness, clear and heal. Well, we're just going to stick with clear blocks, etc., and just give you the tools that you need to thrive in this reality. So again, it's my deepest wish and desire for you to grow, my deepest desire to serve you and what is for your highest good. Right. So today, my dear friend Laura Bolton is here, and we are going to be talking about identifying and clearing unconscious blocks. And so some of what we're going to discuss in the show today is about how unconscious blocks show up, and including parallel storylines. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about common root causes of blocks, how to heal, clear, and transform unconscious blocks. We're going to talk about some astrology, what's happening right now up in the stars in the cosmos. We're going to talk about the merging of heaven and earth, and Laura is going to be sharing some intuitive or doing some intuitive mini healing, clearing readings, however you would like to phrase that for yourself, but she's going to be doing some work with all of you. So please do raise your hand, or you can even type your question in the chat. But I think with Laura, she likes to talk to people. She has questions. So if you can raise your hand, it's even better. And for those of you who don't know Laura, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about her. She is a gifted healer and powerful transformer. One second. And her true skill is in pinpointing what underlies your issue and your precise needs for clearing trauma, especially ancestral patterns and past lives. She connects with your soul to bring depths of psychic magic, creating significant shifts and greater joy in your life. She has profound abilities to explore energies and timelines in different dimensions using transcendental journeying alongside the earth-based analysis. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to find out from Laura right now. So we're going to talk to her about exactly what that means and her journey up to now. So she's become a healer. She works a lot with energy. She works with astrology and so much more. So please join me in welcoming Laura to the show. Laura, welcome. So glad you're here.
Hello, thank you. Nice welcome.
So I want to start off, Laura, but if you could just share with us a little bit about your journey, how you got started in healing, in astrology, in readings, or intuitive clearing of blocks, etc.
So I came into alternative healing, like receiving alternative healing myself from having physical health issues, like recurring physical health issues, which I tried all the normal stuff for, and needed to go alternative. Started getting into chakra healing, embracing, all of that spiritual kind of stuff. So I did like a DIY chakra healing course on myself. So I've always kind of liked to do stuff myself, and got to the crown chakra and ended up with a spiritual awakening on my hands, started connecting, having deep, powerful, like relationship connections, telepathic relationships. So kind of started really developing my psychic powers then, and then was guided to these teachers who taught like self-healing. So I just loved it. I've spent hours and hours kind of practicing all of the techniques. My teachers were really experienced, had like the kind of traditional background in psychology, and then had kind of been on their own spiritual journeys. They're like in their 70s and 80s, so they're just like, super experienced. And they taught this really comprehensive system for like transforming our difficulties. So I learned about, subtle energy systems, star seeds, soul group structures. They taught me how to use the pendulum, which is really key for like uncovering unconscious, subconscious, if you're healing yourself, certainly. Working with high beings, from different denominations and like learning their specialties, different trauma types, working with subpersonalities, energy psychotherapy, grounding protection, dark energies, which I've explored a lot more like myself, but they gave me the framework, ancestral, past lives, all the rest of it. And then within that community, I started doing healing swaps with other people to see, because I kind of like, I'd done so much myself, but it was like, hang on, you know, I need to start sort of sharing this. And started going really well. My teachers offered like a practitioner's certification, so I did like all of that with them, and practice in that practitioners group really boosted me to realizing like I'm actually really good at this. And I'd never said that about anything myself before, so it was like, okay, you know. I also have friends who I'm really lucky to have friends who let me try out my own stuff, which is where I really got into the kind of transcendental, that kind of exploring the like the telepathy and the journeying that I could do in other dimensions, connecting with different parts of people, like mediumship, that kind of stuff. So
and you also do a lot. Yeah, you also do a lot of work with astrology as well, right?
Yes, I didn't even astrology. Astrology has been more recent for me, but again, I kind of I tend to hurl myself into things quite deeply. I studied astrology through kind of mapping and journaling what's going on in the sky, with how that was playing out. Also the same with kind of taking people's charts and kind of reading, and how that fit in with my healing journey, because I'm still doing the self-healing, obviously. And then how relevant that is for people who come to see me. I mean, it's if people are more open to it than others, but sometimes it's just a case of like, it's just kind of comforting to know that there are energies that are describing, there's something that's describing what you're going through, you know, and that's just kind of feels nurturing to people, but also who you are, and what planet's moving through where in your chart right now, as to how, you know, what energies you're working with, what you're dealing with, what you've got coming up, what you've had going on. And so, you know, we're talking a little bit about astrology, and so I wanted to ask you about what is going on right now. So, you know, I know that we just had the full moon on 7th, 8th, whatever, right? And last week, I remember seeing Venus and Jupiter like really close together. Like they're like really close together. Did you see it in the sky?
I did.
Yeah, I love seeing it in the sky. It helps to sort of make sense of it. Yeah, Venus and Jupiter were holding hands. There was a big shout about Venus and Jupiter, and wasn't this going to be a beautiful conjunction? But what a lot of people missed was that it was also conjunct, we couldn't see it in the sky, an asteroid called Chiron. And Chiron represents like core wounds and pain. So there was this real mix up of like, you know, Jupiter expanding the sort of love and relationships, but then Jupiter also expanding kind of the pain related to that. But then Chiron is the wounded healer. So Chiron is kind of like pain and desperation followed by breakthroughs. I don't know. I definitely had some quite deep like experiences last week, but with those energies. I don't know.
So what's going on now in the sky? I did look really quickly a little while ago. I know I only saw Jupiter in the sky. I didn't see Venus anymore. It's just like, because it's in the same spot still. So it's like really bright.
Venus moves fairly quickly, and Jupiter moves a bit slower. Jupiter's kind of medium paced. Jupiter's always easier to spot as well, because he's nice and big and shiny.
Yeah, exactly. So I was able to see it. So yes, it's like, okay, and really bright. So so what is happening right now for all of us generally?
Right now, right? One of the really lovely things, I mean, there's a gazillion different things you could talk about astrology. The thing that I'm really enjoying at the moment is all of the planets are in direct motion. So we have no retrogrades, which brings this really like, can be a bit overwhelming, but there's just this real feeling of like things moving forwards. I don't know if other people are experiencing it. We're still in the Mars shadow. I'll talk about that a bit in a minute. So there's still like some kind of holding back, but this is particularly long. This is the longest period of all planets in direct motion that you can get, because it's in between the Mercury retrogrades, and Mercury retrogrades the most often. So it's quite a magical period of time. We're about halfway through, I think. It's like 3 months until the 21st of April when Mercury goes retrograde.
Okay.
Mars was retrograde in the shadow period, which is when Mars is moving forwards and backwards through the part of the sky that he's retrograding through. That time altogether is about 6 months. So it's an energy you almost get used to, of like when Mars is in retrograde, it can be hard to move forwards with things. And even with the shadow period, Mars is moving slower. So we've got all the planets in direct motion, but there's still this. And it also means that Mars has been in the same sign. Mars has been in Gemini for like 7 months, when Mars normally spends 2 months in each sign. So it's like, it's quite been, so like basically the shadow period finishes next week. So that's going to be a real like launching forwards with this like all planets direct motion for a couple of weeks until we have the Mercury shadow. So there's should be loads of forwards moving energy, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's comfortable, but
yeah.
And also, like, if something isn't really moving forwards at the moment, it's probably not happening. But it's a slightly more comfortable time than the retrograde, you know.
Oh, good. So next week we should start to feel better.
Yeah, Thursday
have more ease.
We should be even more like, we should be flying.
Okay, good, awesome. Because it's like, yeah, this week was really. It's like, oh my God, this was not a great week. I've got to tell you.
There's always other things going on, and it's depending on how that's all interacting with your chart. We've got Pluto ingress in a couple of weeks. Pluto only changes sign between every kind of 12 and 30 years. So people are getting quite excited about that. It was last in Aquarius in like end of 1798. So, but Pluto is an outer planet, and rather than a personal planet, so it's more affecting like society. So I was one to watch out for, really. I mean, we don't really know what the effects of that's going to be, because in 1978 life was very different.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good to know.
I could go on. I could probably spend the rest of the hour talking about astrology.
Yeah, and as much as I do love talking about astrology, it is not my forte, and it's not my most wonderful subject. I do like talking about blocks.
Okay.
I do like talking about, like, where did these blocks come from? Why do we have these blocks? And some, I mean, yes, I understand some are unconscious, subconscious, but I myself feel that if you really do the inner work, and if you're really honest with yourself, you can uncover the block, not necessarily know where it came from, but you can start to uncover some of the blocks that you have in your life and start to work with them. But easier said than done. I'll be honest, easier said than done. So let's talk about the unconscious blocks. So those are the ones that we're not aware of, right? How they show up in our lives. And what do you mean by parallel storylines? What does that mean?
So, like, how an unconscious block might turn up in your life would be like in a completely different storyline. So it might be like, my cat is being like bullied by this other cat. And so that's the parallel storyline there is like, well, what's that showing about a relationship that you're having with your brother, say, for example, or something like that, or like something that's going on with my children could actually be representing something unconscious in me that happened in a past life. So it's about, for me, it's sort of making storylines out of what's going on in life. So these unconscious we're living out our unconscious blocks, in all sorts of other ways, or people are reflecting them back to us. So although whatever's going on between the cats is like completely a valid storyline of its own, and that doesn't have anything to do with like, your relationship with your brother, there's also this parallel storyline where you can sort of explore, and also it can give you the power to help your cats and help yourself with your brother, or clear whatever past life boundary issues you had that these cats are representing. So that's kind of a way I look at parallel storylines.
Interesting. I mean, yes, because I know that really everything that's playing out in your life is basically showing you something about you personally. It's the only reason why it's there, right? So like if the dogs are fighting like crazy, and I gotta tell you, Timmy this week is like, especially yesterday and today, this, oh my God, driving me crazy, barking like you wouldn't believe, humping Neo like you wouldn't believe, like, oh my God, stop, what the heck is going on here, right? So so it's like, so is that, I've been stressed, my husband's been stressed, it's been a stressful week. So is he just like extra energized because of all the stress?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. There could be like other storylines to look into.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll look at that
We'll have a
later.
session. Yeah.
There's enough going on this week. There's like, yeah, I can
Because
probably
it's
figure
really
something
cool,
out.
because then you get to help your dog and you get to help yourself. And then also the healing I do, I'd often take it out broader. So we would heal whatever pattern it was also in your soul group, or like backwards and forwards through your ancestry. So, so
Yeah,
it's always about the self, and it's always about the collective. And,
yeah,
the cats and dogs
true.
may or may not feature.
That's true. But because I noticed it, it's like, oh my God, he's normally not like this. So and so it's like, okay, with everything going on and he's also being like this, it's like, okay, there's a connection somewhere. So so let's talk about some of the common root causes of blocks. We all have blocks. Let me just tell everybody that right now, because before you ask the question, do I have a block? Yes, you do. There's no question. You have a block. We all have blocks. Okay. So that's not the question you want to ask. But it's like, what block do you have? And I think it's a matter of, it's like some of the common ones that we have are going to show up in our lives, right? So obviously, if our lives are not moving forward, it's because there are some blocks there that are holding us back, right? So what are some of the common ones that we can see in our lives?
So like root causes of the blocks, or you mean what do they look like? Yeah, main ones I look at is like current life trauma, past lives, ancestral, or kind of soul group template clearing. Sometimes we're here to clear broader templates, and that's showing up in our lives as, or the block is telling us something. So looking at the message behind it, exploring the message.
And so what are some of the common ones that you've seen in your work? I mean, obviously there's a scarcity, betrayal,
like the themes.
Yeah.
I mean, shame's a big one. Don't even like saying that word. Abandonment. Yeah, those sort of things.
and yes, we all have fear, but fear is not the block. Fear is just a pattern, but it's not a block. So the blocks can sometimes be like poverty, right? Even my mind is blank. So it's like, or like not being able to express ourselves. Right, not wanting to show up, right? And so that's not the fear. There's a reason why you're fearing showing out, not wanting to show up, right? There's a block there of at some point something happened and then you took on some sort of pattern. So how do you and how can we start to clear some of those blocks that are unconscious, that supposedly we don't know, which I will not buy into, we do know, but that are unconscious, that we may be having a hard time tapping into?
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways of accessing them to start off with, because obviously identifying them is the first way of doing it. So yeah, through your own meditation, journeying, asking your guides. But the pendulum is great for working on yourself, and we all have stuff that is hard to see. Or working with someone else. I mean, I work with other people to see, we all have blind spots. So yeah, get the details with the pendulum. I always check, like sometimes you don't need that many details and you can clear quite broadly. Sometimes the guides kind of want, sometimes you need to go, if it's something big, you need to kind of go deeper into it. So I always check with the pendulum whether you need more details. My teachers particularly were quite light touch on like past lives and actually really clearing themes rather than really getting involved in the stories. And some people like the stories, but you know, and not actually even also not believing in really raking over trauma, kind of clearing it. And so then I would clear with high beings. I can sort of direct transmissions with like working with different high beings for sort of different things, or for, you know, depending on who I feel like people might need. I work with energy psychotherapy, particularly the butterfly hug. I use that for current life trauma. It's a really effective way of clearing it, because it's a bilateral tapping. It clears the wipes through like the amygdala, the fear center in the mind, and it just is a really good way of releasing. I might work with sub-personalities that are carrying these issues, like sub-personalities or parts, sometimes it's called, or internal family systems. So looking at parts of you that are, like, you can actually go in and explore and even dialogue with, or kind of you can change storylines through these like sub-personalities, different parts of you. And like I say, like the transcendental journeying would be like rewriting storylines, can be rewriting storylines in your ancestry or in the past lives.
Awesome. So maybe later we can actually do that butterfly hug, because that was, when you did that with us, it was like, oh my God, that was amazing. So maybe we can do that as a process later. That would be great.
Yeah, that was one, my teacher, having dealt with kind of family and relationship and trauma for like his 50, 60 years. That was it's the thing he found that was like the one. And yeah, it's really powerful.
And we all have relationship trauma, whether it's with a partner, a spouse, parents, siblings, clients, business partners. I mean, you name it. Children. We know we are in relationship with everybody. So there's always some sort of trauma or issue with relationships. So that's a great one that we can actually work with today. So that'd be great. Now, we have quite a few people with their hands raised. So I wanted to do a few mini clearings, readings, whatever you want to call them, and then we'll continue talking some more. Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah, it's I prefer to kind of demonstrate what I do rather than describe it, to be honest. It kind of makes more sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So
I'll take my pendulum off. I might use my pendulum.
So what do you want people to give you? I mean, because I already said right off the top, there's no blank reading. So just like, what is my block? No. Or do I have a block?
Something
No.
specific that they're struggling with, or something that's coming up in their life that they don't.
Yes. And no general reading,
struggle
like,
to understand.
Yeah. And nothing general, like, can you just tell me what's in my field? No. Something specific.
Yeah, I don't really do that.
Good, because I don't do that either.
I can't take my pendulum off. There we go.
All right. So if you do have a question or would like to work with Laura, please do raise your hand. And Laura, you do like to work with people like live, right? Instead of just in the chat?
Yeah, I mean, if people are really shy, I kind of don't want to, discriminate against shy people, but I don't have the chat on because I find it distracting. So I'm not going to see you if you're in the chat.
All right. So Linda, you want to unmute yourself?
Read it out.
Sure. So yeah, if you're too shy and you'd like to just type your question in the chat, okay, I will read it out to Laura, and we'll do it that way. But yeah, go ahead, Linda. Okay, I'm so mean, right? I mean, I said at the top, like, no general reading. We all have blocks. So don't ask what, if I have a block, because you have a block.
Of course.
So, something specific.
Yes, narcissism.
Oh my God, that's such a big one, but yes.
I know, but I keep coming up against narcissistic people all the time. I mean, they're like constantly in my life, and I don't know. And I'm not a narcissist. I'm not.
I know you're so sweet. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but
why are you drawing them into your field is the question, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, good question.
That's pretty broad. So I'm gonna start with the.
You can do my husband. I don't care.
What, is your husband one of the narcissists?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh.
One of the worst.
It's
I like it when people say, there's something interesting there.
Yeah, it's some kind of blockage to your mission. Yeah. I'm going to ask the high beings who specialize in clearing curses to clear curses on your mission, including self-cursing. I'm going to upgrade your guides in relation to keeping these people out, letting these people in.
Is that okay, Linda?
Yes.
Let's ask for any low energy guides, for third order guides, to remove them and bind their energies. Let's ask for guides you've outgrown to be thanked and released. And let's ask to connect you to higher, wiser guides to help protect your energy field, protect your mission, help you to just clear any self-sabotage. And let's unplug you from any of these people. Let's unplug you from any of these people, past, present, and future timelines. And let's just recall any of the energy that's been taken from you. Particularly bringing that energy back into your heart. Let's just clear for everyone else on the call as well, unplugging cords, people that have corded into you. And that's just filling up the holes where the cords were removed, filling up all the layers of your aura. Let's increase your protection. Now your subconscious is on board. Let's increase your protection against these people. Let's do again this for everyone. Let's put have rose pink in the first layer of your aura, protecting the etheric layer of your energy field. And let's ask for Archangel Michael's blue dome of protection around you. Let's ask for general protection for your mission, for your guides. How's that?
Oh, I can feel it. I felt the difference.
Good.
The minute you started, I could feel it shifting and changing.
Good.
I felt really good. Thank you.
That's all right.
That
Welcome.
was lovely.
Awesome. And, like you didn't mention mission, but that is one of your other issues, about showing up, what to do, etc. Right? So
I'm always shy about that. You know that.
yeah.
And
So
I'm pretty good at stuff, but I
know you are. Yeah,
I hide
exactly.
stuff.
So sometimes we, our subconscious, unconscious creates other kinds of drama that can deflect us from stepping up and doing what we're supposed to be doing. So,
Thank
Awesome.
you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. I'm
Awesome.
sorry to be a pest.
No, that's great. Thank you, Linda, because it was helpful for all of us as well. So thank you.
Well, narcissism is kind of a big thing. I know it is, but thank you, Laura. That was lovely.
Yeah, I do like world service sometimes around like mental health and narcissism, because it's something that seems to be popping up a lot at the moment. There's dark energies connected to that.
All right, we're going to go to Manisha. Manisha, you want to unmute yourself? You're muted. You're still muted.
Yeah, trying to navigate between two monitors and computers. Thank you so much, Laura and Alara. Laura, my blocks have been financial, and it's been betrayal. So betrayal from siblings and sort of close family members, and then it's translated into clients. So money, finances, that's where
I wonder if it's the finances we need to look at, or the betrayal.
Yes, thank you.
Or like really the combination. So finances, no, I had a feeling. So it's the betrayal is the issue, and I think it's showing up in your finances. So let's see where that might be coming from. 6. Curses against union. Curses for you as well. Is there anyone in particular that you think of when you think of betrayal? Is there any experience in particular?
Well,
Or
it's
who's no, hold on. Who's the first person that comes to mind when you think of betrayal?
Thank you, Laura.
The first person right now, who comes to mind when you think of betrayal?
my sister.
Okay. I can feel that. It was quite emotional. See if we need any more information. Let's clear between you and your sister. Let's ask the Lords of Karma and Archangel Michael to clear past lives between you. I want to connect to the part of you that feels betrayed. It feels like she needs to be acknowledged, because this isn't something that really deserves just being brushed away. Actually, how that made her feel. It's kind of like an inner child. And so we're just going to acknowledge her, and so that she knows that it was unfair how she's been treated and not what she deserved. Going to do some healing for the root chakra, and the root chakra around trust, being betrayed by such a close family member. Is really showing up in your root chakra, which is creating this sort of blocks to financial stability as well. Going to bring in God and Goddess energy into your root chakra for healing, clearing, rebuilding. So we're rebuilding the root chakra whilst we're just comforting this inner child that's been felt betrayed. Is there anything you want to share around? Is there anything that's come through?
Yeah, so she's about a year and a bit younger than I am, but she's always been extremely jealous. So jealous in all areas, so always jealous of me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think this all stems, like you said, from when we were young.
Yeah. Let's clear negative thought forms that have come to you through any jealousy. I'm guided to feel like she's asking for something, to, wherever this root of the jealousy's come in for her. We just respectfully clear whatever the root causes of her jealousy are, and upgrading her guides in relation to this. And just improving the boundaries between you, whatever they may be, that it may be whether you continue to interact or not. It's not for the guides to say, but just upgrading your relationship, but kind of growing her up. There was, this jealous part of her is really a young part of her, which is ready to be really disconnected from. She's just feels like she's growing out of it. And clearing, trauma for you around it.
So how are you feeling, Manisha?
Yeah, a lot of anger because I'm not on talking terms with her. So a lot of, I could feel very heaviness in my heart when you started, Laura, as well. Because
Yeah, me too.
there's no communication.
Yeah, maybe we should do some. Maybe we should do some butterfly hug then.
Yeah, and this will be helpful for everybody as well, especially the butterfly hug.
Yeah, I mean, so we do, it's a tapping, so you sort of, you cross your arms and you tap on one arm and the other arm. You do a few taps on one side and then a few taps on the other side, and we say sometimes it's easier, it's more powerful to do quite provocative ones, so I'm gonna suggest some, and if you want to change them, either pick them up with me or repeat after me, or change them, put them into your own words. So let's just start with so yeah, just repeat after me. Even though I hate my sister,
Even though I hate my sister,
I deeply and completely accept myself,
I deeply and completely accept myself,
and I love myself unconditionally.
and I love myself unconditionally.
Even though I hate my sister,
Even though I hate my sister,
I deeply and completely accept myself,
I deeply and completely accept myself,
and I love myself unconditionally. We just say a few to clear it through. Even though I hate my sister.
even though I hate my sister.
So make sure you're tapping, Manisha. Eh?
Yes.
Tapping like this. Tapping, can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I deeply and completely accept myself, and I love myself unconditionally.
I deeply and completely accept myself, and I love myself unconditionally.
Even though I hate my sister.
Even though I hate my sister.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself,
and I love myself unconditionally.
and I love myself unconditionally.
Is there one that comes through for you, or shall I come up with another one?
No, I wait for you to lead.
Okay. I want to say something about how she feels about how you feel. How do you feel? How do you think she feels about you?
She hates me.
Even though my sister hates me.
Even though my sister hates me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I love myself unconditionally.
And I love myself unconditionally.
Even though my sister hates me.
Even though my sister hates me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I love myself unconditionally.
And I love myself unconditionally.
Even though my sister hates me.
Even though my sister hates me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I love myself unconditionally.
And I love myself unconditionally.
Even though my sister hates me.
Even though my sister hates me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I love myself unconditionally.
And I love myself unconditionally.
I felt a lot more of emotions moving with that one. Wow. Yeah, it's tough.
Nice stuff. And just to conclude, thank you so much, Laura and Alara, but also you were spot on, because when you started with curses, I was thinking which family member, but you know, when you start with curses, Alara's aware of this. You know, my sister is responsible for this, so or curses as well on me. So yeah.
Did I do the curse clearing, or did I just identify it?
No.
I'm just going to check. I'm just going to feel into that and just ask the high beings who specialize in clearing curses. To clear curses from her, on her. Again, clearing backwards and forwards through past lives, past, present, future timelines, and disconnecting her from the ancestral unit in the healthiest way possible. Good.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Laura.
All right, welcome.
Thank you, Laura.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Manisha. Yeah, that one was working for me too. I'm having issues with my sister. So
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, it's amazing the synchronicities when you do these like group healing calls.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, yes, let's,
Yeah, and the butterfly hug. So I'll just say whilst we're on it, there's three kind of uses for it. One of them is like, you can use it just as a really, like if you are feeling angry about something, just use it as a release. You can use it with like past life trauma, or you can use it for healing like really deep kind of subconscious like angry with God, or you know, like those kind of like much more deeper kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but
so Linda says she used disrespect instead of hatred. Yeah, perfect, good.
Yeah, make it your own. I mean, insert as appropriate.
Yeah.
So you can also, use it for positive. So rather than saying even though, you can actually use it for bringing things in, like, you know, maybe do another example for that. But
I just want to take a question from the chat, because I know there's some questions from the chat. So iPhone, which I think is Evie, but you know, if I'm not right, let me know, Evie or iPhone. She says, I have a block in being more social and reaching out. How do I work around it? Could be rejection. Please guide. Sorry, I can't come on camera.
Sorry, what did you say about rejection?
I have a block in being more social and reaching out. How do I work around it? It could be rejection.
A fear of rejection, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it? Rejection? Or like experiences of rejection in childhood, maybe. Let's check in with your inner child, see where she feels rejected. Let's just clear yeah, there feels some wounding. I don't know whether it's something you recall or not. There was some wounding, there was some rejection in childhood, which you're in the child's carrying. So again, we're just gonna let her be heard and held. I'm gonna bring in Kuan Yin's nice for inner child to nurture her and just to upgrade her feelings of value around herself that this brought. And clearing in the heart chakra, and between the heart and the root, there's where the heart speaking sort of fear into the root chakra around this happening again. It's clearing all of the layers of unworthiness that are up for clearing. It's bringing in goddess energy to clear unworthiness. And just upgrading the inner child to with this upgraded templating of value. And I want to just make sure that this part of you that wants to be social then and isn't being might pop out, and I want her to be discerning about who she's social with, because there's something around that as well. So let's upgrade your guides around all of this, clearing any lower energy. Well, most importantly, I think here is clearing, removing or thanking and releasing guides that you've outgrown in relation to this pattern, and bringing in higher, wiser guides to support you with the socializing that you want to do, and just inviting in the people that you want to socialize with. Just making sure there are boundaries with the people that you don't want to socialize with. It's also protecting your energy system. There's always those kind of things going on for us kind of spiritual types that pick up energies in social situations. So we can do that for all of us. It's just feel like there's a filling up of holes in people's protective kind of aura. Leaks. Hopefully that feels better.
Yeah, let us know how you're feeling with that, Evie. type it in the chat how that resonated with you and how you're feeling now. And anybody else, if you experienced that, let us know in the chat as well. And then there's a question from Abby in the chat. I would love some insight. Debbie felt a few tingles. Awesome, Debbie. Good. Sorry, Abby said, I would love some insight around why I have been unable to create my artistic expression. So lots of people around their mission and expressing themselves. I have so many ideas, some sadness around this. Many thanks. So love some insight around why I have been unable to create my artistic expression.
I feel really sad with that one. I feel like there's some really amazing stuff that's like not coming through. Same chart.
Evie said something moved. She said, wow, something moved. Linda said, I felt a shift as well.
We've got betrayal again with the art and blocks artistic expression, but this time it's past lives. So let's work with the laws of karma and Archangel Michael to clear past lives where you were betrayed in relation to your art. Feel like someone stole your ideas or stole your work, and this might be a theme, so there might be a number of past lives here where you've had to work, like you were made to work for someone and they took the credit. So again, let's like listen to and nurture that part of you that you're still connected to. And return to her the art that was stolen from her. Just go back and give the accolades to her that she never felt like she got. Let's see. That feels better. I mean, anything else? I mean, sometimes it can be that.
How does that feel, Abby? Getting hot. The energy is moving. Oh, Abby says some energy moving, heat. Yeah. And so Abby, as you're typing that, Laura's taking off her sweater.
I realize I get really hot when I'm doing
yeah,
healing. The energy's coming through. I feel like this, let's just now upgrading your sacral chakra in relation to creativity, helping you to move forwards in the creative ways that you want, opening the doors to any collaborations or inspiration, really allowing that into your sacral chakra. Now we've kind of removed the fear of betrayal. It feels good. So anything you can do, anything you know about supporting the sacral, it feels nice. There's a really nice energy in your sacral chakra.
Awesome. Good. So keep breathing, right? So what should people be doing right now as they're receiving the healing? Not just the person asking, but the rest of us too. Keep breathing, just keep letting go if it's a letting go.
Receiving. So you might connect with me healing for the other person, and you might be able to support the energies going to that person, or a similar storyline might appear for you. So to meditate into whatever comes through for you, and trust that you're receiving or supporting, which either or. And some of the things that come through today might make more sense for you tomorrow or next week, or for other people might be like, oh yeah, hang on, that came up for someone, and you start seeing. So that's also like sometimes the value's not immediately obvious.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Good. Thank you, Abby. All right, we're gonna go to Nyla, Claudia.
That's Nyla. Hi.
Nyla. Hi, Nyla. Sorry.
Hi, thank you. Yes, I am 78, going on 78, and I'm dealing with a lot of blocks to my self-care. I have breast cancer and a lot of gut stuff going on, and I have a lot of resources and advice, and you know, I just am very slow getting myself motivated to take care of myself. And I've been told by a couple of intuitives that I have a lot of ancestral depression behind me, in that my ancestral past, even though I'm not a depressive prone person myself, I can feel that kind of dragging me down and interfering with my motivation.
Okay, well, let's see what Laura picks up. Forget about what somebody else said. Let's see what Laura picks up.
If that's what you've been told, then I'll check with the pendulum whether it's ancestral is the priority. That with something, it's obviously there's a lot you're going through, and there may be a number of things that I can't sort of address in 5 minutes. But I'll see what's the priority here. Same chart. I mean, I can do a broad clearing anyway for ancestral. 15. So straight away, I thought of breast cancer is related to the heart chakra. So there's some heart chakra wounding that's related to it from a current life relationship. I guess having led a relatively long life and maybe different relationships. I don't know if one's coming through to you. I don't know if we need to necessarily
my marriage,
it. So
my ex-marriage.
Yeah. Again, I think we need to honor the hurt part of you before we just brush it away. Just sort of allow that part to feel. To be heard. So we're connecting you with your guides. So they can hear your story. Feel like you need to be heard. I'm not sure if we've got time to hear the story here, but we can do this in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, I don't care what's revealed.
Yeah, I think on some level it's not something that you want to consciously rake over. It is actually more in spiritual and energetic, kind of allowing the guides to deal with it. And go use Kuan Yin as well for it's good for the heart, and Archangel Raphael. Just transmitting, so bringing the energy in, and that rotation in the heart chakra is just like spitting out this stuck stagnant energy around that. And then there's a more of a cohesive, bringing in a cohesion around where the wounding's been released. Just the kind of squeezing and holding together, upgrading in the heart chakra. Green light. We need to clear bitterness and resentment in the sacral, the solar plexus as well, which is sort of feeding up into the heart. Let's ask, let's clear again with Archangel Raphael, the solar plexus. And again, betrayal. But yeah, bitterness and resentment. This is for anyone else carrying bitterness and resentment in their solar plexus. Again, the spinning, which is releasing as it moves around. And then a kind of bringing in a more cohesive. And it's upgrading the connection between the heart and the solar plexus.
Yeah.
Let's make sure your galactic cord is connected from the heart chakra up to source. Let's ask for it to be expanded. This is for everyone as well. Let's ask for it to be expanded, cleansed, strengthened, for remove any obstructions, healing any damage. Let's ask for this galactic cord to be protected, helping you to bring in the kind of get up and go that you're looking for, that you know is yours. And let's just ask Lords of Karma and Archangel Michael to clear any old ancestral dragging you down stuff, lack of motivation, clearing the heart chakra backwards and forwards through your ancestry so that this wounding is not being passed on, upgrading cells and DNA. How's that?
That's good.
Good.
That's good. Yes.
Feels better. Good luck. You know,
Yes, thank you. Yes, I will work on clearing that. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nyla. I know when she was working on the solar plexus chakra, my stomach was like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna puke. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not feeling good.
And I had been wondering what my relationship with the angels should be. So and I had thought, mostly Michael and Raphael. So yes, thank you.
Good, awesome, wonderful. Thank you, Nyla. Oh goodness. Okay. That was powerful. So please drink some water. Keep breathing.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I will do that.
Some salts or anything,
Yes.
Yeah.
Light
Awesome.
candle as well helps to clear, helps to continue.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
say a prayer.
And keep receiving from the rest of the questions that we have time to take today. Okay. So just keep receiving, keep letting go, etc. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome.
Really
Thank you.
some water, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody should be drinking water right now, because I guess that was powerful. And Manisha also said a lot of tingling in my solar plexus too. Yeah, so there's a lot of activity happening, lots of shifting happening, lots of energy moving, right? So you'll have more ease if you're also drinking water.
Yes. Need to do that much more.
Good quality water, preferably.
Yeah. Try not to drink tap water. I know most of you.
Some tap water's all right. Depends where you live. Mine is.
That's true.
Mine is not.
Oh no, I can't. I'm in Philadelphia. I can't.
No. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely not.
It's the most important.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Austria. We have really good water, but I even still I drink bottled water. Still, it's even better because there's too much chalk in the water here where we are, and that doesn't suit my system. So I drink bottled water. All right. So it's the top of the hour. So I wanted to just take a minute and talk about the packages that Laura has, and then we're going to come back and maybe do some more mini readings, healing, clearing, whatever you want to call it. Is that okay, Laura?
Yeah. I'm in the flow now. Forgot about the package.
You're in the flow
packages
now,
yes. Yeah, indeed.
All right, so it's a pretty simple special offer page, and basically package A is a 30-minute personal session with Laura plus your moon sign and astrology PDF and a clearing unconscious blocks MP3. And then package B is a 75-minute personal session with Laura instead of 30 and everything else. So Laura, I want to talk a little bit about, the sessions, yes, but also the moon sign and astrology PDF and the MP3 clearing unconscious blocks. What are they? How do they help? And what do you need from people?
I need your date of birth if you want me to find your moon sign.
And why is the moon sign important?
Oh, yeah. The moon sign, so it explains a bit on the PDF. I should have read it before. It's more your inner world. So the sun, your sun sign is more your, who you are, your daytime persona. The moon is night and is inside. It's your emotions. It's not necessarily so much your consciousness. It does represent more your unconsciousness. I found with my moon sign, I was really surprised when I first read it, and then the more I get to know it, and still even more layers come through of like, oh, okay, yeah, that's it. It's really helpful to know this archetype. And also the moon represents the mother and it represents nurturing. So we need to honor our moon sign. So there may be things that other people would recommend you do or don't do. If you know that your moon, even talking broadly, like if your moon's in earth, then you need more stability and you need routine. Like that's how you feel nurtured. Whereas if your moon sign is in an air sign, you feel nurtured by communications or social media even, or so it's allowing you, it's honoring and allowing you and recognizing that in yourself. And
so a lot of that information is in the PDF, but you need the PDF. You need when people book the sessions with you, you need the birth of date so that you can figure out.
If you don't know your moon sign, I can find it for you. Preferably birth time, or if you have an idea of birth time. If you don't, the moon moves quickly, so there are some days where the moon was in 2 different signs. So I'll ask my pendulum or let you know then either.
Okay.
You can pick. I also need your date of birth if it's the later package, because I will look at your astrology chart for the longer session.
Right. So the MP3, the clearing unconscious blocks. So this is going to help us on a regular basis that we can use that. We can listen to that.
Yeah. I mean, there's layers. So yeah, you can go back to it.
Yeah. So it's about clearing unconscious patterns of self-sabotage, self-hatred, guilt, shame, and unworthiness. So we all have those to some degree, right? Some
and again, here, like with the audio, you need or needn't really tune into what they are. You can allow some of these unconscious clearings to just
happen,
clear without raking over it all. That's always nice.
So in package A, the 30-minute session is different than the session in package B. So in package A, it's 30 minutes, and package B, it's 75 minutes, right? So for so just a little bit about the sessions and the difference between the two.
So for the 30-minute session, I would do sort of a longer version of what I've just done, where we focus on we sort of get focus on something that's going on for you in that kind of analytical way. In the longer session, I will have time to look at your chart, so we can talk more in depth about what's going on for you. We may be able to cover more of a number of things. And I will have time to do like the transcendental journeying, so we can sort of connect without me stumbling over my words. I can go really deep with your higher self or whatever in the astral realm, or whatever in the other dimensions it comes through. So it's much more in depth.
And the personal sessions are all on Zoom, and you will receive a recording. And so package A is $97, normally $197, and package B is $147, normally $247, I think. And of course, if you are in the inner circle, you can please use your 10% or 25% discount code, gift code. And of course, there are payment plans available for both packages. So please do take advantage of those as well. So those are the 2 packages from Laura. So definitely you want to work with her, whether it's 30 minutes or 75 minutes, whatever you choose, but you definitely want to work with her, as you've seen in the show today, some of how spot on she has been, and then the healing and clearing has been. So, you can definitely feel that things are happening, things are moving, things are shifting, right? So awesome. Good. All right, so now Laura, do you want to take a few more questions? I know that Sarah has asked if she could ask a question. She has to leave in a minute, so Sarah, you want to unmute yourself? Yeah. Laura, is that okay if we do some more questions? Yeah. All right, Sarah, you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, I just had to pull my screen over so I could get to the mic and unmute it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Pick one thing. Pick one thing.
The
Pick one
betrayal,
thing.
betrayal from the ex-husband.
Yeah, betrayal from the ex-husband.
Do you want me to tell any stories about it?
Laura, do you need stories about it?
I don't think so. I mean, I think you can probably do the butterfly hug, unless there's let me see if there's anything else. I might leave you to do that since we've already done it, and see what else is coming up in relation to that, because that's definitely a good thing to do if you're carrying resentment.
So basically, there was a lot of stuff happened around the betrayal. Like in every aspect of her life was blown apart.
Okay. Betrayal from the husband. I'm getting the male chart, so I don't know if there's something in like your male ancestry that's showing up around power. Yeah. Does power mean anything?
Well,
Your power, his power.
I went like a lamb to the slaughter. That's the image that just came up.
Wow. Okay. Let's clear powerlessness. The feeling of powerlessness in your inner male feels really strong. Let's clear. I'm going to clear for your male past lives. Laws of Karma, Archangel Michael, clear. Failure, shame, being overpowered. And bringing in strong masculine energy into your inner male. Just bringing in self-forgiveness for what you put up with, dealt with. Just clearing any blame that you're carrying. Let's bring in, everyone can do this for their inner male, the right side of the body. Let's bring in Archangel Michael for strengthening forgiveness. Let's bring in that male energy as well into your inner female. It's nurturing her. That's our we have your inner female to for forgiveness. Let's clear broadly these templates of power imbalance. Historical. How does that feel?
I had a lump in my throat. And sort of breathlessness. And a tear did come to my eye. I mean, I thought about it, that image was perfectly right. They took and ate up every part of me they wanted and threw me, wherever. I'm finding myself very emotional. So
Good. I think it's, it needs to come up to go away again. I think to come back and do some butterfly hugs. When you've processed the clearing that I just did, if there's anything left, I would butterfly hug for self-hatred as well. So it's not just, resentment towards the person. Quite often in these kinds of traumatic situations, it's resentment. I've certainly found is resentment towards the self.
I just feel like I was trusting and loving, and I don't hate myself for it.
Good. Good. Yeah, there may be a part of you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, there might
you
be
did the right thing, and you were. Yeah.
There might be a part of me that
you were taking
trust me to take care of myself now.
Yeah.
It's not a hatred.
Good.
Use a different word, Sarah. You don't have to use hatred. You could use a different word.
Disappointment. I would clear for that. I do a butterfly hug for that around disappointment. Feels like, I don't know if that's disappointment with you, him, life, God.
Yeah, that's a good one for everybody. Disappointment.
Yeah, everyone should do that. All of them.
Yeah. So Sarah, you were here for the butterfly hug that we did earlier, right?
I was, and I know tappings, and thank you. It's ironic because I just parted ways with another organization. Just got a letter from them saying, even though the mistakes were all ours, we're gonna take it out on you. So it must be
even though same language. How funny.
Even though it was all our fault.
Yeah.
So I think I will do package A and work with you some more.
Great.
It would greatly benefit from me to drop some of this, though I have worked on it assiduously.
And so Sarah, because you are in the inner circle, the VIP, please do use the discount code, okay?
Thanks, dear. That makes it affordable.
Yeah.
And I will also say to those who are not in the inner circle, it's a lovely community. And if you feel like you need community and you've moved on from another situation and you just need people there to hug you and help you and love you, the inner circle is a wonderful place to be.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I would say, I feel guided to say about the unconscious, subconscious blocks. Some of them, like, we can't deal with everything all at the same time. So some of it has to hide away because, it's just come through to share.
So do the butterfly hug. I think, go back and watch the replay again too, Sarah, and then do the butterfly hug. With disappointment for sure, but I also responsibility is what I was getting as well. Whether you feel responsible or not. Remember, this is unconscious, right? Something we're not aware of. Okay. So to do it for that as well.
Sometimes I come out with a butterfly hug for a client, and it's the one that makes you feel a bit like, oh, I don't actually know if that's me. And we work through it, and it was kind of like, oh, because it's hard to see all of our own stuff.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Blessings to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So where are we now? Hold on. Okay. So this has been amazing. I told Laura this was going to be amazing to do these, mini readings, healings, whatever you want to call them. And they have been, right? So they've been powerful. So if we have time, Laura, I would like to continue to do a few more, if that's okay.
Yeah. It's fine, yeah.
Why not, right? It's like,
why not? As you know, I prefer to sort of demonstrate what I do. I find trying to put it into words.
Yeah, it's hard. I agree.
It doesn't really reflect it.
Yeah. And for those of you who may be feeling stuff in your body, drink water, breathe, let it go. It's okay. It'll move and shift, right? So, because I know now for me, for example, I'm feeling some stuff in my root chakra. It's like, it's like, okay.
We've covered a lot actually. So we'll take a couple more. We probably won't want to go on and on.
No, we don't want to go on and on. Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll take, well, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. All
I might
right.
have to turn my heating off actually because I'm getting warm.
Yeah. All right, Marielle, you want to unmute yourself? We haven't had a Canadian on here in a while.
I'm back.
Oh, we had one yesterday. She was from Calgary. But yes, go ahead, Marielle.
Well, I've told you about Alara. I've told you about this problem.
Oh, what's
before.
going on with your thing, with your video?
Oh,
my
the
goodness.
camera is all.
Okay.
The audio
All
seems to be okay. So
Yeah. So just keep the audio because the video is like
So
not good.
If you turn your camera off and then on again, that should fix it.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca.
So I've been pursued by men older than me, often married, who are looking for a caregiver with benefits. And it annoys me.
Yeah. How are you attracting that into your field? I feel like you were a caregiver in a past life and people were drawn to that, like you're still kind of emanating that for some reason. So I'm going to ask for that to be disconnected.
I was a caregiver in this life for my mother.
Okay. Caregiver is a theme for you. And what did I get? Upgrade in a female. Yeah, I'm going to work with your inner female who's given so much this life and past lives, 3 past lives. Let's clear vows and contracts and past lives that you made to sacrifice yourself for other people, or you know, even though this isn't happening, I feel like there's these kind of vows and contracts that's what people are reading somehow energetically and coming to you for this kind of, seems why it keeps landing in your lap, that there's a strong part of you, conscious rational mind, that's like ready to not do that anymore, but there's these old agreements you made with yourself. Let's upgrade your bodhisattva vow. And it's like upgrading the energy that you're giving off in relation to this. It's upgrading your inner female, inner goddess in relation to boundaries. So that people recognize that you're not there to be fed off. It's just reflecting back to any of these people that need to take care of themselves. I feel some kind of irritation for around them, you know, for whatever they're missing out on or losing out on by not looking after themselves. And for you to start radiating and emanating those messages. Almost like putting a reflective something or other in your aura. Let's just honor that part of you that everything that you've done for anyone. But kind of close the book on it. And just allow yourself to be the caregiver for you. So I'll third order guides to remove lower energy guides in relation to this, bind their energies. for guides you've outgrown in relation to this to be thanked and released, for these guides to be repurposed to other caregivers, people that are supposed to be caregiving, people that are supposed to be giving care to themselves. Let's ask to bring in higher, wiser guides to protect you in relation to this. Let's open up the pathways to people who are there for you, to give care to you, or for mutual caregiving, the mutual relationships that you deserve. Just upgrade your inner child and your inner lover in relation to this, and your inner female in the heart chakra. Clear any feelings of owing these men, anything. Clear between any individuals for this life and past lives. Okay. How's that feel?
Feels good. It felt like a deep meditation.
Good.
Yeah, and your words were really appropriate.
Good. Sometimes I struggle with words.
Good. That's awesome, Marielle.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. That was, I think a lot of us needed that for sure. So thank you. It's so interesting what comes through, right? That people need.
I know.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay. Because I've never been a caregiver, and I'm suddenly a caregiver, and I don't like it. But it's only, I keep telling myself it's only temporary. It's only temporary. It'll be okay. It's only temporary. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's temporary. Okay. Yeah, I'm still feeling it too. All right, Rebecca, you want to unmute yourself? Rebecca's been waiting a while.
Yes, thank you. Okay. So, sorry, I was trying to fix my front door. It's a long story. My block is around my life, like living my life purpose. And it feels like there's a lot of fear there, and fear of being visible. And then I'm blocking abundance along with it.
You need to be visible to get the abundance. I think fear of visibility is.
So can I just say something about fear of being visible? I don't think it's fear of being visible. It's about fear of being rejected and, persecuted and, hurt and judged, etc.
Yeah. Yeah. In my case, it's also fear of being killed by the cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's literally that.
Yeah, and it depends what you're being visible doing. Is it like spiritual work? That's what you want. Yeah.
And shining a light on the satanic cults. So they don't want that to happen.
Yes. Okay. Wow. Let's clear for you and for everyone, with the Lords of Karma and Archangel Michael, clear past lives of persecution. It feels like this for you, really, there's this kind of past, present, and future timelines all happening at the same time. So the fear now is really real. So let's clear. Let's ask for Krishna, Durga, Arcturians, Andromedans, Ashta Command, Intergalactic Committee, Anunnaki, shields, fractals, and spying devices transform. Implants, first layer of the aura and beyond clear. Demonic, satanic, luciferic, source of all evil and other dark energies, clear with the help of Krishna, Kali, masters of the rays, and Christ energy, clear curses in relation to Earth and other locations. Let's put increase of protection around you and your work. we ask of Archangel Michael to weave the blue protective energy around you with the Arcturians, crystalline. There's quite a lot of protection needed, so I'm just gonna make sure that that's in place for you. Where else do we need to go? Do you have like daily protection? Daily, do you have?
Well, I usually have Archangel Michael clear my space every morning.
Yeah.
Do anything specifically about?
Just ask for protection in your energy fields, ask for protection in your home, car. Yeah, you have some powerful kind of knowledge, and I feel like you're safe. But yeah, keep up with the protection. What else can I say? I feel like I need to go within and kind of go quiet. So I'm not sure if this is a space to do it really. I can have a look into it after and I can just transmit some stuff to you. Because this is, yeah, something to go deeper with. I'm just going to write your name down.
Bless you.
That's what I feel like. I can't really do it justice in like a group.
I felt like what I needed was courage, but like something to
Yeah.
to like start, like get out there, like I'll start and then I just like pull back into my shell and just kind of.
Well, clear. It might not be you pulling back into your shell. There can be, energies that are pulling you back and making you feel like it's you. So even the clearing we did, I feel like supported a lot of because almost feel like more courage coming in. So it'll be something to sort of continue checking in with. Yeah.
So Rebecca,
that might be it, but I will check. I will check in later.
And I mean, I know some of the stuff with Rebecca, so you definitely want to work with, because she could only do 2 minutes today, but there's definitely deeper work. And if you really want to get that book out and you want to start speaking and you want to do more healing and all that stuff, it might be helpful to work with Laura. Even a 30-minute session, if you can, that'd be helpful. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with it.
My throat is acting up. So it's like.
There we go.
Right. So yeah. So definitely that's yours. It's not mine.
I get it. My throat's acting up too.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Whew. Good. Manisha says she's received a lot of healing from everyone's else's healing. Somebody else mentioned that as well, that they received healing from everybody. So which is great.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah. Always be willing to receive and let go, right? Let go of the stories, let go of what you're holding onto as a construct. It doesn't have to be that concrete. Okay. Feeling a little hazy on the forehead, Debbie says, drink water, ground.
Grounding.
And I'm also like, my stomach and my lower back are like still not feeling great. So like, there's so much moving and shifting. But
let's just do a grounding for the group quickly. Let's just ask everyone, make sure everyone's grounding cord's connected from the root chakra down to the center of the earth. Expanding the grounding cord. Clearing of any damage, clearing of any instructions, heal of any damage, strengthening, cleansing, protecting. Let's bring in, protection for the grounding cord and for the root chakra. It's nourishing the earth star chakra. And let's bring the diamond grid from source, coming down, going through all the layers of the energy field and anchoring into the earth grid. There we go.
Thank you.
It's all right.
It's like,
my
and
job.
I'm yawning like crazy, you know, too. So it's like, oh, there's definitely energy moving, right? So, and anyway, so Tina, I think Tina or Trina, somebody in the chat had written a big long message, a couple of messages, which I cannot read. Maybe she's gone now. Not sure. Maybe she's gone. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe she's gone. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Tina. But just continue to let go, continue to receive, and yeah. Oh, still here, Tina. Tina C. Oh, you are here. Okay, so Tina, in a nutshell. So Tina, Tina wanted to talk about her ex-husband's son. The energy is in her, it's in her field, and she's thinking about him or thoughts about him. Is that right, Tina? Something to do with your ex-husband's son being in your field, something like that.
I kind of need to know if that, you know, you have a close relationship with the son, or whether it's someone you want nothing to do with.
I think she said she doesn't. Oh, Tina, can you talk, Tina? You want to unmute yourself?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
No, it's my partner who passed, his son.
Oh.
He's done a lot of really evil. Like, I don't want to get to evil, but he's been very heartbreaking.
Okay.
And I just want to be over it. And I've done everything, but like, I can't. It seems like as soon as I think it's all gone, he shows up there again.
He
And
shows
I
up
keep trying to think
physically,
of,
or he
like,
shows up like
no,
in your mind, like in your
doing things from a distance, or, you know, messing with my computer and like all kinds of stuff, because I had the computers that my partner and I had, and he shut everything down a couple months ago. I'm like, it's been over a year. Why are you doing this?
A very kind of meddlesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Mike did make a will, so his son came in, kicked me out of the house, and then the day I left, threatened me, and now his mom won't talk to me, and it's like, I worked anyway. I 24/7 took care of him, and there's no regret about any of this. This is my lesson. But why can't I get my ass up and feel worthy enough to get out of my freaking
yeah,
I just want to live, and I don't know how to do it when I feel so much hatred around me.
Yeah.
And then I beat myself up, even though I know better.
Stop doing that. So let's see what Laura has.
I know better, but this is my safe place to come here and get the healing from you guys, and it really does help me so much.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Yeah. All right, Laura, what you got for Tina? And you know, honestly, it's probably for all of us as well. You know, so it's like that betrayal. It's also abandonment.
It's such a.
It goes back, I think, to I moved with my dad when I was 12, and he moved with a lady. You know, this abandonment goes so back. Maybe it was even another lifetime.
Yeah, probably.
It's the it's the unfairness of pouring into someone and getting such like nastiness back is
I can feel that too. So holy smokes.
Yeah, and my dad died. My dad passed 2 weeks after Mike did, but you guys like tried to prove to love me, and they went off and now they're beside me trying to help me from there.
Let's see if there's anything on here before I just kind of go in and see if there's some particular connection between you or something we need to know about him. Curse. What a curse. Let's clear any cursing from him.
I just want to say really quickly, a curse can sometimes just be a mental thought.
Oh yes, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And
it's
No, I
not
mean,
necessarily kind
this
of
is for every, it's for,
voodoo. Yes,
yeah,
yeah, thank you.
it's for everybody. At
Yeah.
first, sometimes it's just a thought, just a feeling, you know, it
Yeah,
doesn't,
negative thought
Yeah.
form, but
Yeah.
you're
Mhm.
obviously feeling it really strongly.
I'm very sensitive to that stuff. Like I used to say to Mike, you don't have to tell me. I know I feel it.
Yeah. There's confusion for him, like, you know,
Yeah.
I can't see any reason, I can't feel any reason for him to feel this way.
He's been very spoiled, money, whatever. He's had everything handed to him, and I don't think he understands. And I want to love him and just like say, hey, I'm here. Don't have, you know, but he's not ready for that. So
yeah,
maybe someday, maybe not. It's on him.
Yeah, it's quite oh gosh, I'm running out of power. Literally. It's, yeah, it's a lot.
I just wanted to go.
You're kind of torn because you want him to go, but you want him to stay. It's also connection with your husband.
Well, because because it's his mom. Like his mom won't talk to me because of all this, and it's like I love her, you know. It's like I lost Mike and I lost everybody.
Yeah.
And then it comes to like feeling not worthy because of the things that he did to manipulate her to think that I did something wrong when I did do nothing.
So Tina, just take a deep breath.
Yep, I am.
Take a deep breath and just focus on the bottom of your feet for now. We don't need any more of this story. We know, we got it.
I would just like to go see Mary Kay. I'd like to have the strength to go see his mom.
It's good. The crying's good though. So
sorry.
Children. Gosh. Yeah, there's the more of the story I've got, the more like there is to see where to focus on. I want to at least just unplug or clear any negative energy cords between, or non-beneficial cords between you and him.
I'm feeling something really tight in my gut. It's being ripped out almost. It's making me feel sick.
Yeah, let's just breathe into that as that clearing goes. I'm just going to remove his energy from your field. I kind of want to understand more about where it's coming from on his side, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go into all of that. Let's clearing particularly from your, just draining it from your solar plexus.
Yes.
Drawing out, transmuting. I'm just going to return to him any negativity that he has put onto you. Upgrade his guides in relation to dealing, understanding his own stuff. Upgrade the relationship between you, whether that be, not seeing each other, or to redirect him to whatever he's supposed to be working on that isn't to do with you. Clear any resentment he has towards you in regards to your relationship with his dad. Let's just honor the part of you that was the caregiver. And just allow, if there's allow the unconditional love that's within you. To remain without feeling bad about it.
I feel calm.
It feels better for now. It was
Yeah, I feel calm. Once I
good.
get my income tax check, I'm getting the package, because you have shifted me so much already today for so many things.
Good.
I really have to see you. I mean, I just feel like,
thank you.
Whew, thank you for calming me down.
It's all right. You're welcome. We can do quite a lot in a short space of time when you
There's no doubt. My first money is spent right here.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina. Hopefully you feel better now. Yeah.
I'm gonna drink some water and clear my throat.
Yes, yes, definitely drink some water.
Yeah.
Keep grounding, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, how is everybody doing? How are you doing, Laura?
I'm all right. I'm getting slower. So
exactly.
If people don't mind, I don't mind, but I'm more, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You probably noticed.
Yeah, I think we shift, Linda said, I think we all shifted so powerfully. Thank you, Laura. Yes, there was so much shifting. We're definitely going to have Laura back on again for sure. But I'm like so hot now, sweating from just all the energy moving. I don't think we talked about the merging of heaven and earth, but it's like, oh my goodness.
Should we save that for next time?
I think so, because I feel like we are all, we've received a lot, right?
I think it's good. Yeah, I think probably would be overload. Yeah, sorry to the people who I didn't get round to, but
yeah,
either book a session or catch me next time.
Exactly. So if you can book a session, package A is $97, package B is $147. Yeah, definitely, because you saw how powerful Laura is, how much work she was able to do in a short span of time. So if you have issues, and I know some of you do, please do take this opportunity to work with Laura. Use the 2 and 3 part payment plan. And also if you are, and the inner circle, there's a free version and there's a VIP, right? So the free version is free, but you get a 10% discount code. So there's that as well that will help, that can be helpful. If you are VIP, obviously you get a 25% discount code. Oh, Hannah says, this was amazing. It usually takes a lot for me to feel, but not today. Thank you for giving of yourself and giving us so much healing. Oh, good. I hope so many people find your package and get help. Oh, good. Awesome. Thank you, Hannah, for sharing that. So yes, how was it for all of you who, didn't get a chance to ask a question, but you were willing, if you're willing to receive, you received. And also that butterfly hug, I recently learned about it. It was fantastic. I think it's so helpful that you can use that for many different things. So please do watch the replay again and do that for yourself, because that is, really helpful. Debbie says, thank you for what I have received released today. Yes, good. Awesome. I know you came in late and we didn't get a chance to call on you today, but yes, thank you. I'm keep receiving and clearing. Chris says, thank you, Laura. Felt a lot of relief. Oh, good. Awesome. Mina says, everyone's healing was relevant for me too. Thank you so much. Good. And Brenda says, wonderful, powerful. Love Laura's work. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brenda.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, she is one of those secret healers, that you don't know much about, but she's obviously very powerful and tuned in and tapped in. Yes. So if you can, please do work with her, and we will try and have her back on as soon as we can. Right. So awesome. Any last words of wisdom for us?
Oh, no, thank you so much for having me on. It's been great. Awesome.
Good. And Tina says, thanks again so much. So much clearing. So powerful. Love when on the call, and so much for all of us. I'm sure that means, that we all do so much and you receive so much. So it's also your work too, right? You are also willing to release. You're also willing to transform. You're also willing to change, right? So that says a lot about you as well.
Yeah, it's a co-creation.
Yeah, absolutely. So what should we, because this was such a powerful session, Laura, what should we do now? Drink water, ground, etc. What recommendations do you have for us?
Yeah, or anything to sort of, it's good for clearing your energy field. So like an Epsom salts bath, or kind of even fresh air, feeling like nature, if it's it's in your time zone.
Yeah, exactly.
to be outside, or just to sit and meditate. And if you feel like, if there's any overwhelm, connect to the grounding cord and just imagine that going, down into the earth, and also then just sort of any light that you need to come in from the galactic cord.
So Debbie's asking, what is the best way to ground? So like Laura just said, imagine that grounding cord going down from your root chakra all the way down to the heart chakra of Mother Earth.
Yeah, I think there's different for different people. I quite like barefoot and nature, but not this time of year.
Exactly.
Grounding cord's good. Root chakra.
Yeah.
The diamond grid that I did, where you connect with the that I did about 10 minutes ago. Always use that.
Some people say you can ground in the shower. I suppose I use the shower for clearing and cleansing mostly, energetically as well. Too cold in Pennsylvania to go outside. Yes, I totally understand. Tanya, thank you, ladies. That was a lot of healing. Good. How do you know that you're not grounded? If you're asking, you're probably not. If your thoughts are all over the place, if you feel scattered, you're probably not. So that's why I will say the easiest and best way that I know how to ground is to focus on the bottom of your feet, right? Take a deep breath, focus on the bottom of your feet. In that instant, you will be grounded, right? So grounded really means being physically present in the body, being here now. Okay, that's what grounded means. You don't always have to ground deep into the earth, but if you, in an instant, if you can just take a deep breath and focus on the bottom of your feet, or put your hand somewhere on your body, you are grounded. Okay. If it's too cold to go barefoot, I put bare hands on the ground. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely do that too. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay. So I'm proud I finally asked for this clearing. Oh, good for you, Tina. Awesome. I'm glad you did. Hannah said, my mom would use salt in the shower, released over her head to quickly clear and help her ground. Oh, nice. Yeah, I use a sea salt in the shower to help release and clear energetic residue or energetic emotional energies from my field. So sea salt is the one I use specifically, and that is very helpful as well. And, normally I would do it in a bath, but we don't have a bathtub. We only have a shower. So I just put the sea salt on my body and, but you can also, if you wanted to put salt in a little tub and put your feet in it. Okay. That can also help to release some heavy duty stuff as well.
I'm guided to do something quickly for helping people cope with all of the energies coming in. I'm just going to ask for Archangel Vaiwamas to open up the Sushumna, Nadis, Ida, Pingala meridians. That helps to just cope with greater amounts of light that's coming in.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
All right, everyone. This was wonderful. This was a full week. We had calls every day. So it's been a full week. So be gentle with yourself, nurture yourself as well, right? Go outside, get some fresh air, get out in the moonlight, the moon is still out. So, it's always helpful to do that. And check out, Laura's free gift. Laura, what was your free gift again?
Oh, it's a meditation. I was going to talk about that with someone's healing the male-female split, male-female energy in the energy system.
Yeah. So it's about healing the male-female split, but another way of saying that is about helping you to balance your male-female in your field and body.
Yeah, and the male-female split is something that shows up in your life. Is something that we have unconsciously in different energy centers that can present as storylines.
Awesome.
In your life. So yeah, it's an important
that is on
one.
It's on the gift page, so please do download it and start working with it as well, right? Yes, I'm tomorrow going to have coffee with a friend tomorrow. So thank you, Sarah. I will definitely do that for sure. And yeah, so thank you. All right, everyone. So have a great weekend. Check out Laura's packages, package A and package B, and definitely, if you can't, at least get package A and you can work with her for 30 minutes and really get stuff moving, really get stuff cleared, as you saw what she did today. Okay. So definitely do that. And what else is coming up? If you haven't booked the call with Elizabeth Wood, that is on Sunday. So please do that as well. Okay. If you haven't done that, you can purchase that still. And I think that's it. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking the weekend off pretty much. But thank you so much, everyone, again, for all your birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. It was a tough week, but I think we're okay now. So yeah, my husband had a tough week, but I think we're okay now. So, we're going to take it slow, take it easy, and so be gentle with yourself, nurture yourself, do that butterfly hug, the way that Laura taught us today, the butterfly tapping hug, however you want to call it. It really is helpful. It really does work. And you can start to really make a difference in your life, in your relationships, and how you move forward. Okay. Thank you again, Laura, so much. This was beautiful, powerful. I knew it would be.
Thank you.
I just want to quickly say thanks to my teachers. I didn't actually name check them. It's Rami Thivierge and Jill Miller. I use quite a lot of their material, so I should honor them. So thank you.
We thank them too for all the gifts that you were working with. So thank you.
Yeah. So thanks again, Laura, for having me on, and thanks for everyone for coming. Have a nice weekend.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. So until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. So glad you were here, Valentina and Linda. Linda, I got my perfume today. So yay, my birthday present is here.
Oh, fantastic. What did you get?
I told you it was a perfume from Capri, the one I was running out
yes.
of, which I really like. So I finally got it today. So yay.
Oh, great. You deserve it. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too. All right, everyone. Bye for now. Much love and blessings.